getting money since I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long, say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex-slick, then hit with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things, pull out the VIP. Suck to a nut, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad need pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, I make pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet points of God.
Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, count it up. Ay, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me, cause I blame she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit on my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet points of God.
Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts, whole team counting, that's a big number.
Yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? In the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want.
Much appreciated, Coach. Smack dab in the middle of I-295 that encircles the city of Jacksonville in Northeast Florida. There's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Now a carry, it's C.J. Anderson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. First carry for Raquel Armstead. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
52's the mic, boys. 52. Watch the run. They're running it. Hey, Mike 52. Let's go.
Trying to pick it up with Armstead. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Love. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 30 yards.
That's good for another Jacksonville 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Set. Ready. 60. Pittsburgh. Ready.
Going with Armstead, a 1st down carry. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Texans' 31-yard line.
Ready, set. Mike 55. Hey, eat. Base. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Ready, go.
Off the play fake. Love. He's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
10 yards to go.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Looking to throw. Love. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Let's go now. San Lobo. We want it.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got it. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Josh Oliver, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that makes the score 7-0. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
That 180. Mike Fofo. Here it comes. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. He finds his man Johnson. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated.
This is caught inside the 15. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Now Mostert. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Switch. Monday. Focus. Watch twist.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, DJ Hayden. Johnson was the intended receiver. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Here we go, here we go. 90, Wolf.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
On 1st and 10, Love. Wide open receiver complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, again, they go with Armstead. They'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Sponge. No. Let's go.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And the open man is Westbrook. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 32-yard line. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 32-yard line. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Ready. 2 by 52. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Ready.
To throw on second down. Love. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd down and 12. Back to throw. Love going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 18.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. This is Armstead on the carry. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. A run here with Armstead. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Love. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. 3rd down, it's Armstead. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. So on 4th down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. The kick by Lambo is good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So that drive began at their own 3. They wind up getting 3 out of it.
And to me, the mentality to begin the drive, that was probably the key to everything. Let's just make sure we take care of the football, give ourselves some room, and maybe punt it away. Instead, it started at the 3, and it ended with 3 points.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. To throw here, Roethlisberger. It's complete to Williams. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Wait, 2 of them. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And the catch made by Johnson. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. It was a solid check down there with pressure coming, wasn't it?
It was, because you're trying to go through your progression, and when you have that type of pressure in your face, it changes what you're doing and how fast you have to do your reads, and able to come back and find him in open space. That's a really nice play.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Get your game up. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Come on. You better bring it. Hey. Out. Lock it.
On third down, Roethlisberger. He finds his target, Fuller. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on third down.
First down, Texans.
That! Black 20. Black 44. Black the pass. 44 is the mic. 40. Double. Check. And that QB's trash. Let's go. Alert flag.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Trying to get it that time to Stills, but it's going to be second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
49, check 49, check 49. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. 6 guys, check 6 guys.
Second and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now Ben on third and long. It's complete to Fuller. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A first down and then some. 36 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll get 6 on the play, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Snickers, got a spin. Mike Spoke. What's up? 59, what's up? 59, what's up? Shoot.
On second down now, it's Taylor, and he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go!
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Here's second and 10 now from the 29.
Mike 55. Hey, eat. You don't want this. Check, 55.
Throwing again. Love. Looking long for Westbrook. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Chopper!
From the gun, Love. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He's got a man, complete. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars! Laquell Armstead hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Going deep here for Stills. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Easy. Hey, alert 3.
Here's Roethlisberger. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
50. Nicholas, 66. 10. Here we go, D. Here I come again. 22 jet bombers. Check. Twist.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 24-yard line.
1st down, Texans.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Jim, 50. Six, bullet high. Dudes. Check 37. Check 37. Why they check?
Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Set! 230. 44. 3 bucks. Shit! Take 2 of them. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And Stills bringing it in. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Mike Bobo. Watch the curl.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Max Williams in the final seconds of the first half, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top, as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. From the 27, Roethlisberger has got it to Williams. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Roethlisberger now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger to throw. He's got the connection to Cooper. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover one. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Like 80. 44. Record. Easy.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Looking again that time for Amari Cooper. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Give me some. Snicker. You got tight right there. Check 31.
This is Mostert. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Here we go again. Quarter. Check. Check 3.
Roethlisberger will throw. Steps away, and he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Ka'imi Fairbairn comes on. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will tie things at 17 all. So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll stay with the run and Armstead. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Don't be mad. You know what coming. This is where it came from.
Down. 60 outlaw. Here we go.
Off play action. Love. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Ready up.
55. Check 55, Mike.
Oh, you got deep? Ready, go.
Now Armstead. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Second and 5. The catch made by James O'Shaughnessy, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 29-yard line.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Looking to throw. Love. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Now the ball comes loose, and the Texans scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Check alert. Check hot route. Hot. Check 13. Check 13. Check black and burn.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Jags grab it.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Rock 36. 36 to Mike. Bandit.
Here's Roethlisberger. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Stills the intended target.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Love. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun. Love. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Johnson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's got Fuller. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down.
1st down, Texans.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
8.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. He's going to air one, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. They run it with Armstead. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Here's 2nd and 8. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he's got this down to the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a 1st down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 37-yard line.
Let's go now. Ken Lobo. I'm coming for you. Let's go.
They'll give it back to Armstead.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The Jaguars on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Anderson. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
A 46-yard attempt.
And Lambeau will put this one through. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Snickers, got spin. 22, 44. These two.
They go play action with Roethlisberger. Throw left side complete. It's Fuller. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
First down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. 44, Mike. Hey. It's a party now. Check nickel. Check 99.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. DJ Hayden right there on the coverage.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Lucky. Snickers, 66. Switch. Double. Kill.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
44. Take both of them.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Terry. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Love. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 36. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 36. Back to throw. Love. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And the penalty makes this a much more manageable 3rd down, 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Love. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. In a tie game, fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
What's up? 59, what's up? 59, what's up? Kill. Turn up. Kill.
They go to Johnson again. Johnson, it's poke free. Football's out. And the Jags grab it. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Roethlisberger. It's complete to Fuller. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down.
First down, Texans.
You draw Parker. 44's Mike. 44's Mike. Check. You.
Roethlisberger to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Come on, let's go. Back up.
They'll hand to Armstead. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, Armstead. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to almost certainly win the football game. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think about it.
A crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he will be out of bounds here with zeros on the clock as this ball game is over. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Jaguars, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Texans, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead, they fall to 5-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.